Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be continuing to talk about La Liga and specifically Javier Tebas because tensions, they are rising between La Liga, Tebas, and Barcelona. Barcelona, they've released a statement in regards to the latest ongoings in regards to Javier Tebas. We're going to be talking about that. And as well, I'm going to be giving you guys the news in regards to Andres Christensen and as well to Inigo Martinez. I want to talk about that on the channel. But as always, guys, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. The link to become a member is also posted down below. Go check it out if you guys are interested. But let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video. Let's talk about Barcelona's official statement in which they have released in regards to La Liga. Now, Barcelona, they are going against La Liga, but specifically Javier Tebas, because as we do know, Javier Tebas, he's been in the media, he's been trying to deregister Dani, Olmo, and Víctor. He's been talking about it nonstop. He's been, talking about Barcelona in the media time and time again, and Barcelona, they've gone ahead and said, enough is enough. Please stop doing that. Barcelona, they released a statement in regards to the fact that La Liga, they've released some specific confidential information from Barcelona to the public without the club's permission, and because of that decision of sharing that private information, they've gone against La Liga's internal bodies, goes against the clubs. Barca at the moment, in that statement, they also say that Javier Tebas, his attempt to destabilize the club by talking about Dani, Olmo, and Víctor, which have been proven wrong, in which we're going to be looking at the CSD president, his words on the whole situation. Barcelona right now, they are planning to take legal action against La Liga, and they made these demands against them. They said, first, stop publishing any financial or internal information that Barcelona they have shared. Stop making public actions taken against the club or its players. And third, remove the April 2nd note from its website. Now, to basically summarize the whole situation, because I know it's sort of a little bit confusing, but Barcelona, they sent some confidential financial information to La Liga. La Liga made it public without informing Barcelona. They shared that information. Barcelona, they were angry at that decision, but also because of Javier Tebas for those words attacking Dani, Olmo, and Víctor, and constantly trying to destabilize the club and everything. And on top of that, the latest VIP issues in regards to the sales of the VIP seats. And so Barcelona, are planning to take legal action and direct La Liga to remove that statement. And as well, Barcelona, they are stepping down from that La Liga delegate committee. They're also trying to step down from there, which includes some La Liga teams such as Las Palmas and Celta Vigo, just to name a few. And I think this is the right decision for Barcelona, obviously. And what's crazy is I don't even know why Barcelona, if they were even supporting Javier Tebas before, because they did elect him, to continue as La Liga president. And it's absolutely absurd because, when you look at some of the stuff that Javier Tebas has been doing in these past couple of years and past couple of seasons, every single time he's been causing Barcelona trouble in every single scenario. We're going to be talking a little bit more on today's episode later on tonight, but he's never had Barcelona's best interests at heart. And even the CSD president, he spoke. And he said, La Liga itself acknowledged that Barca were compliant by January the 3rd, not on December the 31st, but definitely by January the 3rd. Now they're trying to dispute that again. Well, if you look at it that way, Olmo is able to play because of Tebas' own mistake. It was a procedural error by La Liga and the RFEF. If they hadn't made that error, Olmo couldn't have played. We, the CSD, are not authorized to overrule La Liga and the RFEF on FFP matters. In any case, La Liga had stated that Barca was compliant as of January the 3rd. And in regards to that decision, La Liga, it's crazy. I did talk about CSD's decision to continue and go in favor of Barcelona to allow Dani, Olmo, and Víctor to continue playing. But La Liga, they have officially appealed that statement, and they're looking to reverse that decision from the CSD. And the judge who is going to be reviewing that appeal, it's going to last until April the 23rd, after following the legal procedures and certain holidays in Spain and everything. And so if the worst case scenario were to happen, these players, they would be barred from playing in all competitions on April the 26th. And so towards the end of the month, but that is very unlikely to happen, as the CSD, they've gone in favor of Barcelona. They say, hey, La Liga, they've made a mistake. That's why they're able to play. Simple as that. And, to summarize the whole situation, guys, La Liga and Barcelona, they are, I would say ahead. There is tension between the two, but especially against Javier Tebas, for all of his words, looking at how, every single time when he comes out into the media, he has something to say in regards to Dani Olmo and Víctor, in regards to Barcelona as a whole, and it's crazy because, when have you ever seen a president of a league come out and try to speak badly about one of his clubs? You don't see, for example, the president of the Premier League talk bad about Man City, talk bad about Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea. You don't even know who the president is, but in regards to La Liga, you do know everything that's going on. You even see him on Twitter sometimes, fighting and arguing with people who don't share the same viewpoint as himself. But moving on now, guys. I want to be talking about Andreas Christensen, because Andreas Christensen right now, his future is at risk. Now, we do know that Andreas Christensen, he's recovered from that injury. He's in Barcelona squad list, but he's nowhere near, I would say match sharp, because he hasn't been involved, since the start of the season. And so right now, the plan is that Christensen is going to be staying, but Barcelona want to see the level of his performances before they decide on whether to sell him or not. But at the end of the season, he is one of those names, especially in the summer, that will be talked about in the summer as a potential exit. Now, Hansi Flick and the coaching team, they do think that he could play a part in these next couple of games for Barcelona, but they have to see how he progresses. And obviously, I'm a big fan of Christensen. I think he's been super, super reliable when he is able to be out there on the pitch, but that's a problem. Can he be out there and be, able to be called up upon and able to have those minutes? That's always been the issue in regards to Andreas Christensen. And let's see what the future holds for him. And in regards to another Barcelona center back, I want to be talking about Inigo Martinez, because Inigo Martinez, he did miss the match against Real Betis this weekend due to a minor injury. Barcelona, they didn't want to take any risk in regards to them. It was a precautionary measure to just have him rest against Real Betis. And right now, the expectation is that he will be available for Borussia Dortmund, and he is expected to start as well. And that's going to be absolutely key, because he's been arguably our second best center back, along with Pau Cubarsí. In the game against Real Betis, you did see the absence of what he can bring, not only offensively, but also not only defensively, but also offensively. With those line-breaking passes, just able to escape from that pressure. And as well, his ability to win aerial duels. But guys, that was it for the news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I have discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of Barcelona stepping down from La Liga's delegate committee? And as well, Barcelona releasing that statement in regards to La Liga, doing some things that go against Barcelona's agenda or basically, yeah, just agenda in general. But as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will be having an episode later on tonight, so make sure to tune in for that. But as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Wow.